Howdy there, fellas! Welcome to episode 2 of Red Reflects, which is covering PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Also, was anyone else weirded out when the whole Battle Royale genre became a thing? Because, I mean, this was the first time I ever heard Battle Royale, and now it's just used all the time! So, PlayStation All-Stars. What is this game? I mean, when you look at it from the box art and the other types of stuff within it, it's pretty interesting. I mean, you got your Kratoses and your Sackboys and your Big Daddies. Yeah, as you can obviously tell, this is a crossover game. I mean, who could have guessed, am I right? I guess I should have moved on now to what the video is actually about! PlayStation All-Stars is a 4-player beat-up crossover game with some of the most beloved characters from PlayStation's history, like Isaac from Dead Space, or Fat Princess. When this game was announced years and years ago, many people immediately disliked this game because of another huge fighting game I'm sure none of you have ever heard of, but even with many people going against this game, it had and still does have a pretty dedicated fan base. But before I get into that, I should probably talk about the actual gameplay because this is actually a game, so that might be important. Here we have the first game mode. In this video game, arcade mode. Now this isn't really a bad concept. In fact, I at least really enjoyed this mode because it gave each of these fighting characters a bit of a story and motive to actually, be fighting each other. Was it perfect?
Delicious!
No. But was it bad?
Yeah!
Also no. Maybe it's just me and my huge PlayStation fangirl inside myself, but I absolutely adore how each of these slides or cutscenes for the characters have art styles that actually represent their respective game. Like looking at Kratos' cutscenes compared to Sackboy's cutscenes and Cat's cutscenes. Like, look at them. They're all pretty different from each other, which kind of conveys how much variety there is with PlayStation franchises. I just really like that. I also really love the idea of rivals for each of the character roster, but it's very inconsistent, which I think is what causes many people to dislike or even hate this game. Like, you got a super classic rivalry with Ratchet versus Jack, something that literally everyone in the 2000s really wanted to see. And then you got freaking Big Daddy versus Sackboy, okay, or Fat Princess and Evil Cole? Who made that decision? What? Yeah, so it clearly doesn't have an amazing story mode, but you know what? The game part of it is actually something I really enjoy. I mean, I've played a good handful of other fighter games before, like the Injustice games, I think an arcade type of version of Marvel vs. Capcom. I mean, does anyone remember that, and like the roller skate places? Oh, yeah, we had one of those there for some reason. And Street Fighter X Tekken. And, oh yeah, wait, I also played like 5 minutes of Street Fighter 4, so, I know some fighting games, right? Maybe it's because I really love PlayStation characters or something, but, I just can't help but really love PlayStation All-Stars. Like, I know, we got the Nintendo crossover, you know what I'm talking about, I already alluded to it before, but PlayStation All-Stars, it's my favorite, I can't help it, I'm sorry guys. Each of the characters have a great amount of care put into them, like, nearly every single move for each of these characters are references to things that actually happen to them in their own games, which is kind of insane. The most controversial part, I feel like, about this game is how you can only kill your enemies by having to use the 3-leveled special moves because there's no other way to get kills unless you got like the pretty rare Medusa head that just randomly shows up sometimes. So good luck with that. This is where I completely understand why some people can just not get into this game. You see, the character balance for this roster was, and probably always will be, a mess, which I guess I sorta already made fun of. But no, really? What? What the heck did I type here? No, really? Okay, sorry. Yeah, no, really. Some of this is a bit ridiculous. Okay, past me. Alright. For example, Kratos was a super easy character to get good at because not only were many of his fighting moves super varied and could like make anyone absolutely terrified, like the range on his moves, dudes, like oh my god, but he also had really great super moves for all of the levels. You know, you got your level 1 where he lunges out and kills whoever's in front of him, right? Like, Hades awaits. Oh man. Level 2, which can be a little more strategic. You know, die. You know, you remember, yeah. Getting anyone who's super close to him and directly above him to, you know, die. And then, of course, we got level 3, which is, like, impossible to not die at. Like, I don't think, you know, I've never died. Like, I don't think I've ever avoided not dying from the level 3 Kratos. I'm sorry. Like, that's kind of crazy. Holy crap. Now compare Kratos, this guy right here, to freaking Big Daddy. You see, nearly all of Big Daddy's moves are super slow and heavy hitting, but it's so ridiculous. Like, I feel like you have no chance compared with all of the other characters. He doesn't get much reach, he's super slow, and his super levels is what makes this a lot more difficult. So Big Daddy, right, he's got his level 1 where he throws... Wait. Yeah, is he throwing a little sister? I actually never questioned this till now, but... Oh, okay. He spawns a little sister, which kills the person in front of them. The problem is when you activate this move, it's a lot slower and extremely easy to avoid. I cannot count the amount of times where I played as Big Daddy and just got barely any points because of this freaking move. Then, of course, we got the level 2 Big Daddy, which is sort of better. I mean, it's just him getting really angry and you gotta run around and make sure you actually get to kill people. Luckily, they actually speed up his movement so you can actually get kills. Like, wow! Wow! And of course, we got the level 3 move, which is pretty cool, but again, isn't nearly as easy as what Kratos had, and other characters, by the way. In his move, the entire stage, it just goes underwater, and every other character, you know, every other player, they can't swim very well. Or fast, while Big Daddy can kill them in his normal, or, yeah, is it faster? I don't know. Maybe faster speeds. Wow. That's so cool. So as you can see, comparing just these two characters, it can cause a lot of imbalance. This was a huge issue back when the online servers for this game was still around. I still have a very vivid memory of my sister and I playing as, of course, Parappa and Ratchet, and we got into a match against someone playing as Raiden, and oh my god, holy crap. I cannot... That character can be so broken, I swear. Okay, I'm sorry. Jesus. Just... Why? This made the online play pretty terrifying, because you would most likely go against someone who was a level 999, and it's just like, oh god, I have no chance. In fact, there was almost always a balancing issue with the characters. I remember early, and I'm talking about like early, when the game basically first came out, that there was like a patch that had to underpower Kratos, Ratchet, and I think a couple other characters, because, oh my god, the insane imbalance of fighting moves and super moves. Like, I'm pretty sure Kratos and Ratchet, for sure, like, they had, like, some sort of reach, and they were like, we gotta downsize it a bit. Looking back on this game, I totally understand and see the flaws that it has, but I think I will always have a personal attachment to it, because it was and always will be the first ever video game I got a platinum or 100%ed on, and I felt super accomplished when I did that, man. It was so rewarding. It really is a shame because it's so easy to see the potential that this game had. I love the concept of mixing levels together, like Paris from Sly Cooper, the Negativitron showing up from Little Big Planet, or even something a little more mundane like Jak and Daxter mixed with Hot Shots Golf. It's just such a great idea. By the way, we were stolen this super cool stage that mixed Gravity Rush and Journey. Look at this. It's so pretty and like, why? Why? But yeah, I still find this game to honestly be similar to how I feel about the PS Vita, actually, of all things. It has this great potential. It was honestly really awesome, but it had its flaws, and it just wasn't pushed as much as I think it maybe should have. I also find that this was possibly the worst time that this game could have released, because characters like Big Daddy, Dante, Hayachi, and Raiden all were put into this game because they had a brand new game coming out, or they had some sort of weird partnership with Sony at the time. So like, as an example, right, Dante, you know, most people know him for this design, like literally in every single game. But of course, the one year, 2012, where they're like, let's reboot the series. They give him the design and character, you know, this version of the character that literally nobody likes. Kind of a similar case with Hayachi. He's usually an old grumpy man, and he's not in this game. I don't think anyone is bugged by that, though. I think you can actually unlock the skin. But Big Daddy, you know, that was a weird inclusion, but looking back on it, you know, originally there was going to be a BioShock game that was going to be exclusive to the PS Vita, which I think was going to be maybe BioShock Infinite, but then, you know, they didn't do that, so that's why Big Daddy's there for some reason. Cool, I guess. And then, of course, you know, it's just, you know, characters that people really wanted, like Spyro and Crash, right? At this time in 2012, most people don't know this, I feel like. They probably do now, but the company, Superbot, they did actually try to get those characters into the game, but Activision was asking, like, way too much money for the characters, and they just were not, you know, Activision wasn't nearly as nice at the time, so yeah, this was literally a whole, like, the worst possible time that it could have ever been made. Oh god. Overall, I am kind of amazed that we even got this game, and even if people make fun of it all the time on the internet, I can't help but keep this game close to my heart. It has so much potential, and if there was ever to be a sequel, like, that would be insane. It could be so good. Just the potential, you know, the whole idea, like, that just sounds, it sounds neat, okay? It just sounds neat. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You know, how do you feel about this game? I know a lot of people are kind of mixed about it. Some people, I think most people at least see it as, it's okay, you know? But would you like to see maybe a sequel at some point in time? Let me know, I guess, in the comments. Oh yeah. Have a great day. See you later, my dudes. Wow, that was cringe.